What is up, guys? It is Russ here, PokeRuss here, and we are back for another Deck Tech Tuesday. Deck Tech Tuesdays are where I go over cool decks, maybe not the most competitive, some of them are fun, some of them are competitive. We go all around the board with this series, and we go in, and this is our first one of set 3. That's all I'm going to say. This is our first one of set 3. This deck is actually super competitive. This did really well in both the events. Me and my buddy took this to this weekend. We got 4th and 2nd place with this. We did really... I'm recording these out of order. You're going to see this Tuesday, and you're going to see the other the episodes on Thursday or Wednesday and Thursday, but the box we pull flames. Just letting you know, absolute flames. Hit that sub button if you guys want to make sure you see that, because you're going to want to see what that amazing box. But let's get into the deck profile, which is why you're here. We have Sun Goku. So this is a brand new Sun Goku, probably one of the best leaders in the new set. Permanent, you can only place it to 6 mana. Now this is the first card like this that kind of limits what you can set as mana, but his effect's really freaking worth it. This is a weird balancing act. You can only have 6 mana, but his Awaken thing untaps so much mana. It's so good. You can place 1 card from your hand into the drop area. If you have no energy, choose 2 of your life and put them into your mana. So first turn, you don't have a charge. You get to keep pretty much the same amount as cards in your hand, but instead you get 2 mana. So it's literally a free objection. Right off the bat, don't have to worry, you're almost awakened. You're halfway to awakening by the first start of your first turn. In the first few seconds the game is decided, you're that much closer to awakening. You have 2 mana, you're already up on mana, and it's just insane. It's just insane. This puts you so far ahead in the long run, because you're essentially discarding the card you discard is essentially what you'd be charging the mana anyway, but it fuels Overwhelm. It's just beautiful. So when you have 4 less life, this is one of the few new leaders that still draws. You draw 2 when you awaken, and his Awaken, you can still only have up to 6 mana, or energy, I'm sorry. And at the end of your turn, choose up to 3 of your energy and untap them. That's any 3 energy. Doesn't have to be blue, doesn't have to be green, doesn't have to be red, doesn't have to be yellow, doesn't have to be black. Any kind of energy. Untap them. When this card attacks, draw 1 card. Pretty standard for a leader, but that allows you to do so much play. You can do what you need to do on your turn and not have to worry about tapping out, because you get 3 mana back right then and there, which means you have plenty to do on your opponent's turn. Your opponent is always afraid that you're going to do something to counter what they have. So let's get into the deck. The deck is running 4 Balma, Support of the Future. This is, the deck does run heavy green, but you want to make sure you can hit those green cards, because the green cards you do run are pretty heavy. Like the turn 2s are both double green. So if you don't hit your green mana, both green mana off the effect of Goku, then you're kind of a little bit behind, but you're not too behind because you still have 2 mana, obviously. So this is your first turn if you don't hit both green mana. You go in and grab a Future Trunks. So you're running 1, 2, 3, 4 Bridge to the Future Trunks. This allows you, when you put into play, top 2 cards of your deck, choose 1 Saiyan among them, add it to your hand, and place the rest of the cards in your drop area. Again, feeds Overwhelm. We're only running 1 Overwhelm card in this deck, but 1 card goes to the drop area, and you get a Saiyan to your hand. You have so many Saiyan targets that I've never missed this. I've missed the next card, one of the next cards we're gonna go over, but I've never missed this card. It's actually insane. For only 2 cards, it's beautiful. And we're running 1 more Trunks. We're taking 1 full power Trunks again, mostly for the mana, but when push comes to shove, he comes out as a triple breaker, 4 cost. I mean, and then you get to, like, it's super sick. He does give everybody a blocker, but that's not too much of an issue, especially when you're facing a lot of the Mecha Frieza decks that already have blocker. It doesn't really matter. But triple breaker is super nice. Super nice. So next we're running the Cabba engine. This was the card I was talking about that I missed. I surprisingly, in the finals, I was facing a Mecha Frieza deck, and it was a very close match. He was down to 1 life. I was at 2, like super close. My first Cabba of the game whiffed. I don't even know how. I 10 cards of your deck just happened to be in the right order where I whiffed. I have enough targets in the deck that it just happens. The statistics say it's going to happen, but it's so good turn 2, again, it's cost 2 green. That's why we're so worried about our green mana. While this card is in play, all of the energy costs of your Kefla and Kale get a -1. And it's specific green. It does say that in the effect. When you play this card, with the top 10 cards of your deck, choose a Kefla or a Kale and add to your hand. If you chose Kefla with this effect, play it instead, then shuffle your deck. So if we're running Kale and Kefla because of Cabba, we're running 1, 2, 3, 4 of the brand new Kefla. Unstoppable Ambition Super Saiyan Kefla. First, the battle cards can't be KO'd by your own skills. And battle cards cannot be placed in the drop area by your own skills. So you're like, why is that important? This comes up with a super, super good combo, which reminds me a lot of Kaijudo. Kaijudo had a really fun combo. It actually wasn't good in Kaijudo, but I personally liked it because very, very fun, thematic, just a cool thing to do. But this one's actually really good. There was Ripper Reaper, which said you kill off one of your creatures to kill off one of theirs. And then you had Glorious Fortress, which said whenever one of your creatures is destroyed, also banish one of their creatures. So you get rid of one of your guys, they'd have to kill 2 of theirs. So this is kind of like that combo, but a little different because you're running Kale. You're running 4 Kale here. When you put this card into play, choose one of your battle cards, KO it. Nope. Then choose any number of your opponent's battle cards with energy cost of 5 or less and KO them. So basically this allows you to do this effect for free. Super nice, because they have a lot of energy together in a show and all that kind of stuff. It's super, super, super nice. And when this card attacks, if you have 5 or less cards in hand, which happens very rarely, this is actually super helpful in the super late game, because once you and your opponent, if you're having that match, this does help you pick up just for like little game push. Super nice, because there was a game I was playing yesterday. My opponent was like, "How many cards do you have in your hand?" I counted. I was like counting and like not only half paying attention while I was counting. I'm like 14, and then he's like 14. I'm like, wait, that doesn't sound right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I do have 14. This deck is absolutely insane because you go so fast. There's so many plussing cards and all that kind of stuff. It's just so nasty. We're running 4 Gotenks. This allows you play this. It's essentially for free after Goku's effect at the end of turn. But it's super nice, especially with Sensu Bean and all that kind of stuff. It allows you to make those extra plays and drop extra cards each turn. Super, super nice. Even if you're not awakened, like if you're unawakened, then you're still in the game and you can do all the fun stuff. This deck, the Kefla, I actually go over the Kefla's effect. But one of the things is when this card is played, choose one of your life and add to your hand. Super plus, you get the draw, basically get a free draw, and you're that much closer to awakening for a turn 2 that you can potentially play for free. Absolutely insane. Now, this next card, usually I'm against playing 4 of, just my own personal thing, because I don't, like, it's a great card. I 100% agree it's a great card, but there's so many 110s in the game that I have a hard time playing 4 of this card. But this deck, I 100% believe, full-heartedly, to run 4 of the Raging Spirits on Gohan. Normally I'd run 3. I wouldn't push the barrier up to 4 just because that's my little fear that I just can't pay for it, and then that's gonna be what loses me the game. But this deck, 100% believe in it. We're running. This is the cool part of the deck. This is the super cool part of the deck. So it's pretty awesome. This is the best part. We have Raging Attacker Vegeta. We're taking advantage of the counter guys. Now, these guys have always been thought of, but never really saw that much play in the past. Like, these were, like, in set 1, you side deck the Raging Attacker Vegeta. You thought about determining Striker Son Goku in like, the past with Mighty Mask and all that kind of stuff. Just to, like, you pitch the 2 pieces for Mighty Mask, there they are in the graveyard for your Vegito. You thought about it. You thought about the plussing, you're like, oh, I just can't. But this deck, you want to tap 3 your mana at the end of turn. If you have any mana past that, these guys are live. This... You wait for your opponent. You let your opponent's leader attack. Then, when your opponent attacks with their second guy, boom! Most of the time, it's level 4 or less. Eats it right there. Eats it right there in its face. You counterattack. It's gone, and you have a double breaker 20,000 on board for essentially for free because you played it during your opponent's turn. You did it during your opponent's turn, and that's super huge. You're playing 2 of these guys. These guys aren't as strong, so we're only playing 2 of them. They counterattack and negate the attack, which is super nice. And then you can also weaken his like, when push comes to shove when you're in the late game, and you do have a billion cards in hand if you do. You can, if you need to, you can reduce his thing by discarding Saiyans. Because I'm going to show you in a second how many Saiyans we're running and how live that Trunks is and how beautiful this Goku is in like 30 seconds. Okay. We are playing the one Fu, the Shrouded Mystery, because again, you're doing a lot of stuff with this deck. Like, this is pretty much your game ender. You play this, negate everything. This is what gets you or gets around. As long as he doesn't get brought out by the Frieza, like TP1 Frieza, this is what wins you the games against the Frieza deck. So that's super nice, and it gets everybody's ability except for the leader, which is all you need. And you can just push for game because you build up such a field. This meta is all about huge field presence. As the faster you can get field presence, you're just going to overwhelm your opponent. We're running 4 of the new Kabito Kai. It's basically the mix of Piccolo and Jocko. It's your super combo for the deck. And you know what? I'm like, let's do 4 super combos. That's all you can run. Try again. Try again. We're gonna bump it up to 4 more almost super combos. This card, if you evolve this card, or when this card evolves when a card evolves into this card, or if you combo with this card, draw 1 card. So 110 plus you draw a card, it replaces itself instantly. Super good early game when you just like. It's super good anytime. It just basically gives you an extra 110. Or it gives you an extra super combo. So it doesn't make you feel bad for using your super combos early if you have to. We're running 3 Sensu Bean because it's Sensu Bean. I would almost debate bumping this up to 4, but you are running a little bit less blue than you are green. And 3 Weeze's Coercions. That's the deck. That's the deck. It's super fun. I got to pilot it for the first time Sunday. Super fun. It was absolutely beautiful. But like I said, Saiyan, just Saiyan, oh, these aren't Saiyans. But this is it. These are the only cards in your deck that aren't Saiyans. So Trunks is always live, and Blue Goku is almost always live. It's super sick. This is such a fun deck. I think it's a really competitive deck, and it really gives Mecha Frieza a run for its money. Again, like, I just happen to have the unfortunate luck in the finals. Like, I full-heartedly believe this deck could have beat the Mecha Frieza deck, but a mix of missing a Cabba, which is huge, because you played it to get to plus, and then you didn't get the plus, so you just kind of have that 210 when you could, like, I actually could have just summoned the Kefla right there, instead of digging for the Kefla and playing or the Kale. So I minus there, and basically ate a turn, and then later on in the match, he played the TP1 Frieza and just blew out my Fu, and then I was just kind of... I could do it, like, if I would have had one more turn, I could have pushed, but it was just like, that close. I really think this deck gives, like, Mecha Frieza a run for its money. I really believe it does. I think you should check it out if you get a chance. Hit me up if you guys have any deck ideas for the future. I'm always willing to take deck ideas, edit them, show them off. If you want me to show off your deck, let me know in the comment section down below, or send it over to PokeRussSubs. That'll also be in the description box down below. I usually use it for Monster Hunter stuff, but you can send it there too. Send me your deck profiles, and maybe you'll see them on the channel or something. But that's all for today. Check out, like I said, check out the other Dragon Ball Super TCG stuff later this week. Monster Hunter, Dragon Ball Fighters, all that kind of stuff. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Have a great day. PokeRuss out. Peace.